Very good morning to you. It's 4:15 in the morning. I've been on the road for an hour, but I've arrived at my destination now. In this episode, I want to show you how I record my Soundscape videos. So I'm bringing you along for the journey to show you exactly what I do to record my videos. The sun's coming up. I can just see a little bit of a glimmer on the horizon. So hopefully conditions should be right. And yeah, hopefully we're in for a really good day. There's going to be lots and lots of rushing around. Enjoy the video.
First time I can finally
I've arrived in my first location. I have to admit I'm so excited because the conditions look perfect. I can see the stars in the sky. It looks wonderful. At my first location, which is Pitstone Mill. Pitstone Mill is on the Hertfordshire border with Buckinghamshire. It's a National Trust mill and it looks absolutely amazing because behind the windmill you have the beautiful Chiltern Hills, which is where the sunrise is behind. So that's my first location. I want to try and get some drone shots and I want to try and get some time lapse and just hopefully some nice atmospheric sunrise shots. Hang on, oh, I've gone off the field. For a minute then I wandered off the path because I can't see because of the light on the camera. Yeah, the aim is to try and capture sunrise here, the sun coming up. We're in blue hour at the moment, as you can see behind me, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love this this morning glow, and I'm going to take the drone up and hopefully get a few time-lapse shots of the windmill as well. So yeah, come along. My head's in the way. As you can see, the sun is just rising behind the windmill, and what I'm trying to get now is a time lapse. So it's going to be a 10-second time lapse, which actually takes 10 minutes to record. So I really got to get that moment right. Every single time with sunrises, because the sun is coming up and the image is getting brighter, you have to underexpose to start with. So that's what I'm going to do on my time lapse. It's absolutely beautiful. Can you hear all the skylarks? There's an owl as well. Okay, so I'm set up for my first shot. I'm going to turn around to scene mode, which is now for my time lapse, and then underexpose all the way to the bottom, and then we'll test that and see how it goes. But look at that in front of me. Gorgeous. And I'm surrounded by skylarks. Oh, I got the sniffles. Now, with the sun coming up, I'm going to use this opportunity now to take the drone up just before sunrise to try and get that beautiful atmospheric pan around the windmill. I'm making a point of staying on the path because either side of me is farmer's field and there is a new crop. I'm just taking off from the public footpath, which is absolutely acceptable. Okay, so the flashing green light means we're good to go. It's nice and steady, so I'm just checking just to make sure we've got a nice stable home base. Green light's on, which means we're good to go, and we have 23 satellites. So time for a fly. Let's see how she gets on. I think I got some really good drone shots there. We had some mist and cloud coming in, which was brilliant. So hopefully some really nice atmospheric shots. Don't do what I just did and whack myself on the head with the camera. Right, anyway, that's Pitstone Mill done. Fantastic. It's owned by the National Trust, and I do recommend you come and visit because it's a beautifully restored mill. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really nice inside. Anyway, we're heading now down to the Grand Union Canal, and the reason why I'm choosing the canal next is because, well, conditions look absolutely perfect. It's a chilly morning, chilly start, and when the sun comes up, it's going to warm up the water, and hopefully that will create some mist. And as you all know, those familiar with my channel, I love mist. So let's get cracking on, back to the car, and off we go. It doesn't take very long to get from the mill down to the Grand Union Canal, which is where I am now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have a look before the sun rises. I've got beautiful, I don't know if you can see, just behind there, but I've got a few clouds as well, which make the sunrise more interesting. I'm just going to have a little walk along the canal, just to see what I might want to photograph. But listen to the bird song. A few minutes ago I was actually treated to a lovely display from the bats. They were getting so close I was worried one of them was going to hit me. Whoa. Whoa. As you can hear, I'm out of breath because I've just done a little bit of running. I've got a bit off piste from the canal because I spotted this gorgeous field with mist rising. I don't know if it's quite as good actually as I thought it was going to be. I don't know. Sun hasn't quite come up yet, but yeah, I might just take the drone up just to see what it looks like. I'm waiting for the sun to just peak a little bit, and if I turn around, all those clouds behind me hopefully will become illuminated when the sun rises. That's what I'm hoping for. It's looking good, looking very good. Well, the clouds look fantastic, but the only problem is I've taken a path, done a little bit of a detour from the canal, and I've got myself a bit lost. Oh dear, right, I think I'm going to turn around and go back again. But look at this behind me. Problem is I'm in the wrong place. Do I carry on down the trail or do I go back on myself? I think I'm going to take a risk and carry on down the trail. Oh, this is what I love about all these types of adventures. I mean, you do get lost, but sometimes you do find some fantastic places. So fingers crossed, at the bottom of this trail is the canal. I'll let you know. Who needs exercise when you go on a photo shoot like this? Early mornings and this sort of exercise, and I'm nearly 50 and I'm absolutely knackered. But I made it back on the canal. I took the right turn, thank goodness. Get a wet bottom. So what exactly is a soundscape video? The scenery speaks for itself sometimes when you've got beautiful atmosphere and you've got mist coming up and you've got lovely lighting conditions like first thing in the morning, like my sunrises. Pictures speak for themselves, and actually I don't need to put words to the pictures, so that's what a soundscape is. It's an immersive experience. It's a feeling that you're there, like experiencing the sunrise, what it's like to be out on the canals or the rivers, listening to that bird song, those first skylarks in the morning. Sometimes I have to confess I'm a little bit shy in front of the camera, so that's basically my soundscapes. I hope you're enjoying them. Please let me know in the comments as well what you think about these soundscapes, whether you enjoy them or not. I can't talk to you, I'm hungry, I'm tired, this is what happens. It's hard work, but it's good fun. We've passed sunrise, we're about an hour or so now after sunrise. There's still a little bit of mist on the canal, which is lovely, but it's a very low mist, and I like the high mist. So I think it's now time to move on to our next location. So let's go and see the bluebells, let's see what we can find, and hopefully they're just as amazing as the canal here. I've got to be really careful here because there's a big cutting in the side of the canal, and if I go that way a little bit I end up in the canal. Anyway, what I forgot to mention actually before we go and see the bluebells is look for details. So look for the smaller details as well as the bigger details, and that tells a story. It paints a picture of where you are, what you're experiencing as well, so you can get a nice grand vista So sunrise, you know, lovely sunrise across the fields, or even the drone shots. But don't forget those small details, little details like flowers awakening and frost and the wildlife as well. Okay, so I think I've walked far enough on the canal. I've made my way up to Slapton, and just over there is Slapton Winding Hole, where the narrowboats can turn around. And then just that way, as a point of interest, is Slapton Railway Bridge, where the Great Train Robbery took place, and that's where the train was stopped, and of course they parked up underneath the bridge and bundled all the money, the bags of money underneath, and then made their getaway. So yeah, just an interesting fact there. So I've got to walk back now to the car, which is back that way, and then yeah, let's head for the Bluebells now, go and see what they're like. Well, here we are at the Bluebell Woods, and the first thing that hits you is the smell. It's absolutely stunning. It's gorgeous. That smell just hits you as soon as you walk into the woods. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to film when I first got here because there was lots of mist, and the mist was really quickly rising, so I didn't really have time, unfortunately, to film. And I wanted to get some drone shots as well, so I had some drone shots flying through. But this is absolutely spectacular. They're definitely at their peak now, and there's just me and one other photographer enjoying the Bluebells. Perfect time. Morning. So yeah, so if you can get up here early, then you practically get the woods to yourself, and you get to smell that scent as well. During the day, I've noticed that scent it subsides a little, so you don't get to smell it so much, but first thing in the morning, wow. But the sun's just shining through. It's absolutely beautiful. Really, really stunning. And I don't know what it is about Bluebells, but I keep coming back. This has got to be my 4th trip now out to Bluebells this year. And like I said, it's only over a 2-week period, so it's not very long. But it's just stunning. There's just a draw, it's something that just draws you back again and again. And when you get beautiful weather like today, then it's awesome. Anyway, I'm going to stop chatting now and enjoy the Bluebells. The difficulty is when you come into a Bluebell Woods is actually looking for the perfect composition. You could go wide if you want to, or you could pick out some details, but in woods, as you know, there's lots and lots of clutter, and it's just getting a nice clean image. That's really difficult to actually get, because you've got lots of dead wood around, lots of branches, and yeah, you've got some, not many weeds, but some weeds growing through as well. So it's really, really difficult to actually get that really nice clean image, and it's quite challenging for photographers and for video making as well, for filmmaking, to get the perfect composition. I do like a good challenge though. The Bluebell Woods were absolutely fantastic. I was so lucky because I managed to get there on time, and I managed to video and photograph the bluebells whilst there was a mist, and the mist literally lifted within about 5 minutes. It didn't take long at all. As soon as I landed the drone, the mist was up and the sun was out. So the sun is shining now, so it's back to the car time, but beautiful. I hope you've learned something today, and I hope you've enjoyed going on this little trip with me and capturing, well, seeing behind the scenes, seeing what happens behind the scenes. It's a little bit manic, but then the result is amazing. Anyway, I'm waffling on now. I need food. I need some breakfast. So back to the car. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, why don't you become a friend and subscribe? Leave a like. The like helps the YouTube algorithm, of course, and please leave a comment because I absolutely love your comments on my channel. So back to the car now, try and get some food, and until next time, take care everybody, stay safe as always, and I'll see you again soon.